I want those cameras on lexicon of executive client research. We got some charts and graphs, we got some groups and gaps. It's executive client research.
Let's have your cameras turned on.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Executive Client Research episode 9. We've ended our company retreat. We've retreated back to our offices, refreshed and rejuvenated, ready to be productive once again. What's going on, Atticus?
Nothing. Good to be back in our home. Everyone's back in home studio. Quick update, I feel like, about topics from last week. I did run across a YouTube video the other day that was some clickbaity thing about Jacob Collier that I clicked because it seemed like it would be annoying, and it was him like at a piano during just a random little second of a lecture, him at a piano playing a note and then singing the correct note because it was like slightly out of tune, and I was like, actually that's fucking crazy. That's kind of cool. I don't know. That
okay,
was funny,
I was worried.
I was ready to be annoyed.
We can't do this again. We can't go down the hate again. If only so the internet doesn't lambast us.
Yeah, I just had a begrudging like, oh my gosh, wish I could do that. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's wild. It's freaky.
I watched because of our episode. I watched I think you even sent me the thumbnail for like how Jacob Collier like reinvented the guitar thing. And
is that cool too?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know. I'm not really annoyed with him. It's more so the like more of the gimmick stuff that
sure
to get attention. It's too bad that like you have to be a virtuoso in everything you touch and all this stuff just to to get views kind of thing. Can't just be like a good musician,
right?
Or something.
No.
Yeah. I have a little bit of a personal update. I should say before we get too far into it. I got like very sick this week. I got like I was down very bad, and what happened was I was imagining someone who isn't subscribed to our YouTube channel, and I was frail and weak just thinking about like just the concept
how
of
easy
somebody,
it is to rectify that too.
Yeah, that like, oh wait, maybe there's somebody out there who like maybe isn't subscribed to our YouTube channel. It's just it gives me shivers even thinking about it now. I don't know. I've been practicing mindfulness and other sorts of things to get me away from that state of mind. So I'm just going to get into it. So I'll just say that briefly and we can move on. But I don't know. I think if you all can help me on my wellness journey, that would be a mucho appreciado.
Do you know how someone would like help with that?
I think you go to YouTube and then hit subscribe on our YouTube channel.
Okay.
I think you would follow a link in the description if you're listening to this on the audio version, or search Executive Client Research.
That all makes sense to me.
Yeah. Okay.
So glad to hear that.
Are you following what's going on? So with his Reddit IPO?
No. First I'm hearing about it. Doesn't sound like my thing.
Well, we're a business podcast, so I will be expecting you to speak at length on the ins and outs of the financials. I'm not really following it too much either. I think it's nearing its IPO, and that's I guess when private company goes public, and then you can buy shares on the stock market, publicly traded kind of thing. And I think that the Reddit's quest to be a profitable business, or I shouldn't even say that. It is profitable. The thing that I've been saying is like, it has like hundreds of millions of users, but only makes millions of dollars in profit, kind of thing. And people are or like how do we squeeze more out of this kind of thing has been kind of the idea uh, for years and years and years, and it's kind of frustrating to the idea that like I don't think the Reddit IPO is necessarily going to be is going to be a good thing. Not that like I loved the way that it was being run privately, but just like the forcing Reddit to become ever more profitable, I think is probably going to kill the site. If
I think profit drives innovation. I think
that's a great point.
I think we'll see a flourishing community of people. I don't think we'll see any like dumb meme like stock things happening. I don't think there'll be any like AMC level dumb shit happening. It'll be all good.
I think they gave like the top 10,000 or so posters like stock or something, or like they gave them the opportunity to become shareholders before the IPO or something like that, which seems kind of nuts. I wonder how they do you think they really went like strictly like numerically the top 10,000 posters who like posted the most, the top 10,000 the most Reddit karma,
karma, right?
which I feel like you shouldn't be. I think crucially, you should never be rewarded for anything real with that shit.
With either metric.
Yeah. But there's got to be like 8,000 of the 10,000 are like posting on like white nationalist subreddits or something, or just like the worst things of all time.
The ninth most updated upvoted post is probably some like does the narwhal bacon type post.
Yeah. So I think folks, we're heading towards a crash and burn. That would be my prediction here. The other thing I saw in Reddit business news was that they are selling, or they're licensing their quote unquote their content to like train AI models or something, which is crazy. I think that sucks for like anyone who's ever posted on Reddit to have like their words and stuff be like, oh, train AI models, but also again the it also makes me like, I don't know, the more I learn about AI, the less I am worried about it in some ways, where I still think that it's probably going to replace my job and replace everybody's job, or whatever. And I think it's going to have disastrous results economically. So that is still worrisome. But I don't think it will ever make anything good. Especially
so nothing to worry about.
Yeah, training it on Reddit stuff is going to be like, all right, we're going to have 8 million. Like now Chat GPT is going to be like 10 times more likely to say, the narwhal bacon's at midnight. Great, cool. Or it's going to get into like the dumbest shit ass riff train that you've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. With
and
itself.
by axe kind of thing the whole time.
Or 99% of it will be like an analogy that involves Hitler, It'll be just extremes.
That is already what AI, the non-woke AIs are, though.
That's true. What's Twitter's AI called?
Grok.
Was it always called that, or did Elon name that?
I don't think it had an AI before.
Okay.
Elon got in there, so
is
innovation.
That a feature that people are jumping in and using?
I have no idea. I just see like the post where you see the
Tim
post
Pool's
that
trying
Elon
to
Musk
convince it to
shares.
say the N-word.
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, I got to say it slur. It's like, okay, thanks for love the check-in on that. Thanks for sharing.
This is the opposite
good work,
of
everybody.
concerning.
Yeah.
Not looking into this.
Yeah. Let's get your business corner update. I don't know. We do use Reddit a lot for our show. Crucially mostly making fun of Redditors. So, best of luck for everything. I'd like to see somebody AI this show. It's impossible to replicate this shit. Atticus, last time we spoke, I was choking down some of the beverages that you offered me, and I wanted to follow up with you to see if I've managed to convince you of a brighter future for yourself. What's your coffee setup these days?
I'm going drip coffee, whole bean into a grinder, into my tummy.
All right. What kind of beans you working with?
A bag from you.
Yep. You
Generously
know I'd be
donated.
handing out bags.
I wonder why you bring this up. You're like, you got me on whole beans. All thanks to you. Oh my gosh.
He's going bean mode.
But I got another bag from Hy-Vee the other day. Don't have
Did
any
you already
idea.
go through that whole bag? That's what I kind of want to ask. You ate all those beans?
I feel like I don't know how to make coffee then. Am I using way too many beans, you think? Surely. If
How many
that's
cups
the
of coffee a
reaction.
day are you drinking?
I make coffee every morning.
Okay. Well, and you have a cup.
I have a small coffee maker. So it makes like 4 to 6 cups.
Oh, and so you're drinking 4 to 6 cups.
Yes, we'll split between us.
Oh, okay. Okay. Then I think it's maybe feasible that you went through a whole bag then.
Am I
All
using
right.
too many beans per cup, you think?
Well, I don't know. How are you following how
No,
many
I'm
scoops
following
per cup
nothing.
are you doing? What are you doing?
I have no
What
idea.
how are you making are you just eyeballing, just like dumping
I'm
it in?
eyeballing
And then,
all of it. Yeah. I like fill the coffee or I put like I don't know.
You just
It's
fill
probably
it
different
up.
every single cup. Well, I put the beans until it seems like it's like over the grinder thing. Over the blade.
Okay, yeah, but
You
into
know.
the coffee maker though, like the ground beans. What's going on with
Probably
that?
like so embarrassed. I feel like I'm on the spot here. I feel like I'm doing like half the coffee filter. It's full up with beans, ground beans.
Okay, and you're filling up the carafe. It's a full
The
carafe.
That's the reservoir,
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah, full.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably not too far off. I mean, also like if you're liking it, that's good.
Whether I like it or not has not been for you a guiding light. I don't think.
Well, yeah. We just needed to get you kind of like in the right like ballpark, I guess, and then you can start playing around with the toys, I guess.
I'm allowed
mix-
to now.
Now you are. You
I'm allowed
were
to
no
follow.
longer allowed to get hazelnut coffee.
Okay.
No flavored coffee. No, I don't know. You can like that too. But you did ask me. You reached out to like, well, how do I up my coffee game? And so I'm just trying to get
Mhm.
you
Okay.
to what I think is good coffee. But then like, you can make your own decisions, of course. It just surprised me that you went through a whole bag in a week, but that makes sense if you're making way more coffee than I do. So, it makes a lot of sense. But
Yeah, that's something for me to think about though. So how much am I losing when I'm using this like peasant level grinder with the blade instead of whatever the fuck everyone.
people say, yeah, use a burr grinder. I have no idea. I doubt I doubt that you're missing out on much. Yeah. For me, my thanks for asking. My coffee journey has been one where like I'm definitely not a guy who cares a ton about coffee.
Oh, this is news.
Well, I mean, I have one cup every morning, but I'm not, and it's a utility thing. But I also I mean I do like a good coffee, but I'm not gonna do anything crazy with it. I need a good medium of just like I don't want to think about it too much, I guess is the idea. I don't want to think about it too much, and I don't want to spend too much time dealing with it. So I get good beans, grind them, drip maker, just like how you described. And that's the setup. It works good for me. And you can go crazy with it. So basically, I don't know. you get into the zone. You're like, okay, I want it a little bit stronger, a little bit weaker. Go that way. You can maybe start tasting like, oh, I like dark beans or other beans. I don't know. I feel like so much of it is just like marginal improvements once you get sort of good beans and grind them yourself. However you go from there is like that's going to get you 70% of the way.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can like maybe eke out a cumulative like 15 more percent by
Spending $2,000.
yeah, on doing a random shit. And one way that you can make coffee that I actually do have experience with is my presentation for the week. Let me pull up my slide deck here. We're gonna talk about AeroPress here for a little bit. Are you familiar with AeroPress?
Just a little bit when from our conversations talking about coffee, that I looked into the device itself because you said that you used one and it seemed finicky and something that I would be frustrated by.
Yeah. It's yeah, I don't know. It's not that finicky. It's all mechanical, or that's probably the wrong way for phrasing it. There's no moving parts. It's you just push it yourself.
Okay.
Whatever. It's the more I learned about it this week, I actually kind of seemed cooler the more I learned. Because it's just this kind of some like engineer guy had this idea and then like made this thing, and it's a weird thing. I don't know, it's kind of weird to describe. It's sort of like approximates an espresso, like shot of espresso, and then you pour some hot water over it to make a cup of Americano coffee if that's the way you want to go with it. And you have like this plunger thing, you put some grounds in it, and then you push it, hot water, I don't know. And I was actually making my coffee. It's with this every day for about a year because it actually makes like really good coffee. And then I got kind of spoiled by it, and it was hard to go back. And it had like just few enough moving parts that like you could do it in the morning. But I was using this like the camping version. It just felt very silly to like get out like the camping gear every morning to be making my coffee. So I eventually wrested control of my life back from the AeroPress, and I'm back on the drip coffee. But there is an AeroPress subreddit that I've been checking out over the last week because I know I got a taste of like I started to go down the path of like, you could ruin your life pursuing coffee or things like that, and you can absolutely ruin your life.
What do you think the snobs are doing? They're not doing drip, right? And they're not doing AeroPress. It sounds like because it's like you said, like it feels like you're camping a little bit. So what are the snobs having in their kitchen?
Yeah, you can go. You can get pretty snobby with the AeroPress, as we'll find
Okay.
here. I'm guessing. I think people probably end up getting like a full-on espresso machine, probably just to spend thousands of dollars on something. There's the like pour over stuff. Like if you see one of those Chemex things, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's just like this like glass carafe thing that
Oh,
you like
okay.
put your
Jesus Christ. There's just something so I don't want this in my house about it. I don't know why.
Yeah. I think it's mostly like people like to get like a stupid machine, and it gets
Yes.
like really complicated, and like it makes the you get it in the right colors things. But like the AeroPress isn't really like that, and
Okay.
it's all right. But there's this. So we're on the website now. It's kind of a weird like independent. It almost seems like a remnant of like the As Seen on TV type things, or maybe that's the wrong way of phrasing it. But like basically, yeah, there's this engineering professor, I guess, Alan Adler, who made it. And so here's the guy. He's got his formula behind him. And there's this thing on the website, the AeroPress website, where you can ask him questions. So rather than like an FAQ sort of situation, there's just like you like email him, and then they just like put the emails on the website. And so some of it's pretty normal. Like you'll get questions like, what kind of beans would you recommend? Espresso beans or filtered beans? Does it even matter? Thanks. And Alan says, taste is personal. I recommend you try different origins and blends and also try different roasts. Light roasts tend towards sour, dark roasts tend towards bitterness. Medium roasts are most popular. Medium roasted beans are about the color of milk chocolate. Pretty standard coffee question. Another one person asks, why the big paddle? And he answers, any stirrer is fine. You can, it's another like a question about the product. But you can also get questions that pop up on the official AeroPress website. Is it possible to get copies of either notes or videos of lectures on aerodynamics by Dr. Adler? I recently found a roughly 30-minute lecture on YouTube and was hooked, particularly by his clear way of illustrating how gyroscopic precession predictably affects a cardboard disc in flight. I would love to see and hear more from this great mind. And I know this is kind of your area of expertise, so I'll like kind of let you riff a little bit. I'm on gyroscopic precession here for a couple minutes.
Yeah. No, that's all right. I don't want to, I did that last episode.
Yeah. And so he says, Dear Grant, my 37-minute aerodynamics lesson is the only aerodynamics video available. I doubt that. I bet I could find another aerodynamics video out there. But, he's the doctor. I'm not. And he says, here are some other videos that might interest you. And he sends like just a list.
Or any of them just like funny like Vine compilations or.
Well, one of them is apparently an article about AeroPress. Like just like you should like if you like my aerodynamics, you'll love my coffee. But I don't know. It seems to look this like quirky
that could have just been an email back to him.
Yeah. Independent operation out there. There is the subreddit. And I decided to check out what is going on over there, and pinned at the top of the subreddit immediately get a warning to all who entered that says, any more of those inverted post jokes will be deleted. You had your fun. And I have no idea what this means. So
they should, whenever like a subreddit makes a declaration like this, they should have to like post the history.
For like you should probably like shut the subreddit down. Like this is probably a sign that like this has run its course, or something. And so I started seeing like these in references to inversion and inverted things. And so I just started clicking around more on the website or on the subreddit to see what else is going on there. And you get a genre of posts that are taking your AeroPress to weird locations and making coffee there. This one is making AeroPress coffee on a business class high-speed rail ride in China, tagged experiment. Which
fun.
I mean, that looks like a sick train. Yeah, honestly. But I bet it works. Like I bet you can make it on a train. I don't know. Like that's not really that much.
I don't know the experiment.
Yeah. AeroPress at 35,000 feet. Someone's up in an airplane. He seems to be sneaking up behind the pilot with a hot cup of coffee. And he's gonna like just chuck it on the back of the guy's head and crash the airplane or something. Life is too short to have bad airport coffee. So this guy's making it in the airport.
Oh, I would if I saw this, I would be annoyed.
Yeah, I think this qualifies as like if you go to an airport, you hear the announcement say if you see something, say something, and like this looks like you're making a bomb.
Yeah,
like
does he have a scale?
Yes, he brought a scale.
Absurd.
Yeah, with him, a little like kitchen scale, which I think you need to dial it back on the absurd. You could maybe use it like a kitchen, like weigh your beans, Atticus. You're using way too much. you need to dial
Sure.
in
I
your
mean, I was gonna
grammar.
say like maybe I could learn from this, but
You're not taking this to
maybe
the
he could
airport.
learn from
Yeah.
or wow, he could learn from me as well.
Yeah. He in the comments, I remember so people asking him like basically, what are you doing? He's like, yeah, I can I just asked nicely for some hot water from somebody, and I like made this. That's so crazy. This is like, unless he's like Tom Hanks living in the airport, this is nuts. You can't just be like on a layover making coffee. Just drink the
At
Go to
your
McDonald's.
hotel, fine.
Yeah. Even that, I don't know. There's something about like you're traveling, just have whatever coffee. You can't live like this. You can't get yourself to the point where you need your whole setup. All right?
I mean, we do accept people who have to have their bucks, but you know, it's possible to get your bucks. So
Do you have to have
this
your
person
bucks?
just- No, I don't need to have my bucks.
Are you a bucks guy?
I went through a bucks phase, but I don't need my bucks anymore.
Yeah.
I've never needed bucks, but
Gotcha.
I have bucks
I
a lot.
I never got it. Really? And not even like on a like they have like terrible coffee. It's whatever. I don't know. I guess I never put anything in my coffee, and so like the range of what coffee is to me is like very narrow, and so I do not understand the stuff that goes on at Starbucks. All right,
Folks listening who do put things in their coffee, Will's better than you.
you're lesser than. Here's a good post. Is anyone else's puck starting to look real appetizing? Tagged as puck shot. So the puck is this is I'm looking at this now. I think this is a joke. I think this is a chocolate cake.
Okay.
Based
That
on
does
the thing it's resting on.
I was gonna say
But,
there's something wrong with me. I'm agreeing this puck does look pretty.
I mean,
good.
it looks good as fuck, dude. Yeah, I'm trying to eat that puck. But people post their puck shots. You know, your little grounds when you press it through, and then they're compressed and wet and stuff. It's hold and it's held in this puck shape. It's kind of satisfying to like push it off into the trash too. A nice part of the AeroPress experience. Another genre of post here is finding shots of people
It's
using
such
the
a Reddit
AeroPress
thing.
in the wild.
Oh my god, I'm just like UFC champ. You know, that makes us similar. This makes we would if I met him, we'd have something to talk about.
Yep. UFC bantamweight champ Sean O'Malley is a longtime AeroPress user. Huh.
Who fucking cares?
Spotted. This
And it almost kind of implies that he was the one that took the picture too.
yeah.
I was in his kitchen.
So this is my absolute favorite part of the subreddit. Is photos of people who completely fuck up their kitchens in the process of making their coffee.
Is this a dangerous thing to make?
I didn't think so. Like I said, I like made my coffee this way like every day for a year with no problems.
Any casualties?
No casualties. But if you scroll on the AeroPress subreddit, you will see just they're often tagged as disasters, which I think is accurate. You'll see just things gone horribly wrong in the process of making coffee, because there's this part where you like sort of you have to apply like a good amount of pressure on top of this, and it's kind of tall and not that much supported. You just kind of put it on top of a coffee cup, and then you press down on it. And it seems like this person fucking, oh my gosh, 11 is like sitting back and she's like waving at me. She's just on her hind legs and like got up and she just like lifted a paw and tried to get my attention. I would warn you not to jump on the desk again though. I'll just say that. But yeah, you like lean on it and it seems like somebody just shattered their coffee cup and there's grounds everywhere. And the post is another casualty in the quest for good coffee. Another one just
You hate to say it.
grounds.
What are they
everywhere.
making?
There's
Making some slop.
yeah. And so I did find a little bit more about this inversion situation a little bit. And I can't remember if I put this in the slideshow later or not, but I think it's worth talking about now. Is that like, I don't know, you're supposed to like put the grounds in the thing, like stir it up, and then put the plunger on top, and then push down. But some people in the AeroPress community have convinced themselves that you get even better coffee if you like do it all upside down somehow. So you like
Just dripping it all over your hands.
yeah, there's it like you turn everything upside down, and then like at the end, like near the end, you have to like flip it all over like with all the hot water in it, and then
Oh my
you
God.
like push it into the coffee mug. And there are like plenty of YouTube videos where people are doing like blind taste tests, and they're like, this tastes no different at all. But
Mhm.
we
Of course
can
it
even like
doesn't.
go back to the airport guy, and he's doing it inverted here. And I think this is where a lot of the casualties come from, where you just try to do
Sure.
something upside down. And
Even
then
if
flip
it is like marginally better, it's not worth getting this type of disaster.
Yeah, and that's exactly the marginal benefit pursuit at the end of all of these is very funny. We got another few disasters in here.
God. It's
Just
a really messy look.
yeah, it's awful. It looks it's I mean it's
It gets
really
everywhere.
hot water that you could burn yourself with, and people talk about like, yeah, I got burned. I had to go to the emergency room through this. And also you get, yeah, it's like hot grounds in the water that just is everywhere. And there's an explosive element too, because there's so much like,
Mhm.
you're putting a lot of effort on it, and then it probably like slips out from underneath and
Yeah.
just goes everywhere.
And you could just use it as directed. Oh my God, it's not.
It's all over the walls and the cabinet.
Come on.
More dripping down between your stovetop and your counter forever.
Yeah, that'll be there for a long time.
Yep. Just you
That
could.
looks so gross.
I went through so many of these. It was so funny to me to see just people. I think I went through every single disaster post on the subreddit to see, because it was
People are
just
still
so funny.
trying it.
Yeah. Even more. All over the floor, all over the counter. I don't know. This gave me
Oh my God.
like this is
It's
just,
not
you
worth
can even
it.
see somebody's got a Keurig in their kitchen, and they're trying out the this other thing.
I love how every single one of them had to take a picture.
Yep.
Like I got it. A thumbs up.
Yeah, this is like all over their arm and hand, and it's
It
thumbs
looks
up.
like poop too,
It does look a bit like poop or chocolate.
because of the splatter.
That's true. It looks like this person also had ketchup out while they were making coffee. Not sure what you're eating with ketchup that you need coffee at the same time. Maybe
Whatever it
they
is,
kind of,
thumbs up.
yep. I don't know what happened on the right here. Like what?
They were
No,
trying it with chocolate. It seems like.
That the consistency of that is extra weird. I guess I just put like all of these pictures.
Every
in
single
here.
one.
It's so funny to me. All right. Oh, okay. This is where we figure out what's going on with the inverted. And someone said, post, it happened. Burn my hand too. Tag disaster. Hi guys. I just spent the last hour being in complete agony and running cold tap water on my burnt hand. The AeroPress plunger was very close to the end, and as I flipped it upside down, it dislodged and leaked hot coffee on my hand. I jerked in panic and dropped the glass to the floor. I think I'm okay now.
Thanks for checking in.
People who do inverted method, please do a blind taste test and see how little it's actually worth it, or get a flow control cap. For real, I tried inverted twice. The first time ended up similar to this. The second produced a perfectly fine cup of coffee that could have been made without the risk of second-degree burns and a huge mess. And I follow Atticus's
Golden
tactic.
rule.
Yeah, always hit controversial. Uh, number one most controversial post on the subreddit is
Meta.
you thought there were two ways of doing this. You thought there was like the normal way and then like the inverted
Sack of
upside down way.
lentils bursts in the room with the third option.
Yeah, what was a sack of lentils?
That's the person.
Oh, wow, you even missed that. Yeah, burst into the room. They've got a third way, which is to have this off-axis method where you just kind of like you put your AeroPress on a jaunty angle, in a very annoying way, and no one's sure what I'm trying to do. My foot slips out from underneath me, killing me instantly, kind of thing.
What? A moment of weakness.
Yeah, someone has a confession to make. Today, while making my second cup of coffee, for whatever reason, I added 5 grams of sugar. I have no idea why I did this, as I've been such a staunch black coffee stan for as long as I can remember. Even as I did it, I was angry with myself. I don't want to like sugar in my coffee. Not only do I not want sugar, I don't want to be a sugar in my coffee
This guy
guy.
sucks so bad.
It was worse, thank God. Water is wet, the sky is blue, and coffee is better black. Dodged a bullet on that one.
Fuck this guy.
I think you'll be happy to know, though, Atticus, this was a very heavily downvoted post and lots of responses to it. There's nothing wrong with having sugar or cream in your coffee. If you feel the need to add a little sugar to your coffee, that's fine. Basically, this attitude towards adding cream and sugar to coffee needs to stop. And I also do kind of feel for the original poster, though, a little bit. Like, they thought they had the vibe figured out, and then they completely flubbed the riff. And everyone's like mad at them. They say, I'm obviously kidding, of course. Drink your coffee the way you like it. And that's like basically every comment in the thread. But someone here says, this is the correct take. Milk and sugar is for bad coffee. Someone responds, milk and sugar are for if you like milk and sugar. Stop gatekeeping coffee and just let people enjoy drinking it however they choose, for crying out loud. And I love the phrase, stop gatekeeping coffee. That's very good. And then they say, I'm not gatekeeping at all, literally doing the opposite. I put milk in coffee all the time.
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't think
he's saying it's bad. He's like, milk and sugar is bad for coffee, but I do it. Like,
Yeah.
That's what I do to my coffee. It's bad and I do it.
Stop gatekeeping coffee. Yep. Okay, and that's the end of the AeroPress journey. And I think that it does make for bad coffee, but you can do that if you want. It doesn't make for bad coffee. I think it's more like if there's milk and sugar in my coffee, it is better, but I am fine with black coffee, and that's enough for me. So there you go.
Wow. Pretty cool.
Congratulations
Pretty
to me.
cool.
So should I switch over to your deck here?
Yes.
Okay. Here we go. Okay, battle stations. Very, very good.
Yeah. So, kind of similar to a topic we've dug into a little bit before, the male living spaces, and possibly even related to TV Too High. I would imagine you're going to see some overlap of people who are active on all those subreddits. But I'm looking at r/battle stations, which if you're unfamiliar with, if you're on
can I
Reddit
just
at
guess
all,
what
I'm
this
sure
means?
you've seen.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
I
what
think
it is.
yeah, this is drone pilots who are firing missiles across seas, right?
Yes, and people who have PCs in their homes.
Oh,
And like RGB lighting.
that's a cool way of describing your computer.
Yeah. Here to battle. So, if you don't mind clicking through, I started off with some normal, like kind of even. I'd sit at that computer.
That's nice.
That's fine. It's nice. Do you want to grab one of the first comments in there? Plants around electronics? Yikes. Not sure what he's talking
why
about.
is that yikes? Like
Why is that
water?
yikes? It's what I kind of like this type of post. Ugh, I love this aesthetic and atmosphere so much. This is what I strive for when I'm able to get a battle station. So
Don't say it
there's
like that.
Right. Just because that's what the subreddit calls it, you don't have to call it. You know what I mean? Like,
And aren't you? You don't go get a battle station either, right? You like probably you make one over time.
you have one, even if it's just in your heart for now. It's in your pocket. I don't know. Okay, yeah. Another type of post you'll
What?
see where it's like obviously a lot of thought has gone into this and a lot of care to make something truly atrocious. You know?
Yeah, this is really bad. They seem
So
to have
it's an
like
all-
deconstructed their personal computer and
Yep.
like this do something else. I don't know, man.
Yeah. There's a point to PC cases, and it's to like, keep the dust out and.
I'm gonna come and do my inverted AeroPress on your fucking battle station. 'Cause
I really don't like when people, or I don't really care, but I don't think it's as cool as people think when they do all one color setups. But
yeah, I don't know. This is very much the like love to consume thing going on here.
yeah.
Also, LOL having like all of your fancy items here and also choosing a bad microphone. That's not a very good microphone that you've chosen, my friend. But it is silver, so congratulations.
You could probably comment that. I'm sure that would be normal. My music/gaming room is the most obnoxious looking room I've ever seen.
I've got a headache looking at this, man.
I think we've got a comment if you don't click one more time.
No.
Someone has said very porno indeed, which I don't know what they're talking about. The next person,
how is this porno? I think I don't know. I think I don't know what porno is, I guess.
It looks like the room is full of black light, so I'd AK if I'd want the room to look like an abstract expressionist wet dream. Pun intended.
Don't talk like this. You got stop that.
Next comment. Now I know my preferred style is called porno.
I don't think it is.
Why are you embracing that? Why are you like accepting that?
Yeah, don't file that away. I think you can safely move on. I think that there's
Someone made a joke.
something going on in this thread. Don't worry about it. Also,
don't tell
and now
people.
now I'm back on the side of the original posters. I'm on the original poster side. Like, here's a picture of like where I make music, and they're like, "Ooh, very porno." Like, come on.
No, it's not.
Okay. Have a very
of
porno day, sir. Yes.
That's my style. That's my personal style. What? No, this has to be the most badass room I've seen in a while. I vote this for best man's cave.
I don't know, man. I think. All right.
There might be some language barrier there, but it's still
The
best
most
man's
badass room. It's a very badass room.
Okay. Nephew told me to post my battle
dude.
station here on this subreddit. I love nephew posting.
Nephew posting.
Is this uncle posting or nephew posting technically?
I think this is uncle posting. You can't be putting yourself in the battle station photo.
You can if
Although,
you're wearing a Wu-Tang shirt. Approved, Reddit approved.
Yeah. I mean, I actually like my response isn't that like I'm not mad at this guy. Maybe we'll get into like what maybe I end up being mad at this guy. This is gonna be the kind of this is what immediately struck me looking at this is like this is absolutely going to be like in a documentary in 40 years kind of thing. Like this is an archaeological artifact like right away.
Yeah. I did do a little bit of investigation into this guy. Don't have many answers for you, but I was intrigued by the uncle.
Is he a member of
nature.
the Wu-Tang clan?
He's not, unfortunately.
Oh,
surprising. But if you want to click through a little bit, we can find out a little bit more about him. So you're that cool uncle, are you? Well, I try to be cool. I try to set a good example. Our family all lives fairly close to each other. I see my nephew.
what is just the "I see my nephew" line doing there?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like
I'm
don't
not
have
like
to
an
respond to
absent uncle. Is that is that
I
what he's
guess
trying
so.
to?
Doesn't
combat?
it seem a little earnest on our battle stations? You know, You seem like the cool uncle. I try to see my nephew. It just
Mhm.
seems- um,
If you try to be
Okay.
cool, he does seem like he tries to be cool here.
he does.
We
yeah,
can
he
tell,
tries.
man, that you're trying to be cool. Are we going to talk about what's on his screens? Are we going to get to that?
So he's a day trader.
Oh, okay. Because
just-
can we just describe the photos here?
Yes, go for
He
it.
seems to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screens up, and they all show various graphs that immediately give the vibe of being stock graphs.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's most of his post history is about stock stuff, so it wasn't that interesting. But he does, he's a day trader. He also is active. That's not his post, but he commented on it. It's a like getaway bag subreddit, I
Ooh,
guess.
the go bag stuff.
Yeah. So if you click one more time, bug out kit. Yes.
Bug out
so,
bags. Yeah. Okay.
So he's commenting on someone's giving them some helpful feedback on their bug out kit. On the bug out kit, I see your canteen. You may want extra water, life straw, or a more serious water filter, Kool-Aid packs, oatmeal, small stove, protein powder, beef jerky, trail mix. Also 2 external battery packs for the cell phone, small solar panel for cell phone charging, a weapon? Question mark,
That's my
question mark?
favorite. Just weapon.
Headache medicine and basic first aid kit. Also, it would be a good idea to set up multiple places with food drops, medicine, and ammo. Have a bug out location when going back home is no longer an option. So, kind of the vibe we got there.
Wow. We got a day trader who's also into the bug out bag. I'm getting bad uncle vibes from this.
You're not getting cool uncle vibes?
Yeah,
I see my nephew, though.
I do see my nephew. I think also you're posting in the bug out bag subreddit with your toe out. We can see your toe here in your picture of on the of all your stuff in your bug out
Mhm.
kit. Toe spotted. You're gonna want to be careful about that. Don't.
It is pretty funny to be drunk posting on that isn't the cool uncle's original post there, but it is pretty funny that this guy was drunk and posting on bug out bags. So
Yeah, that's really good to be drunk and then be posting on Reddit. I can
Show
if
your,
you
like-
can link those. Then that's a good sign.
show all your camo in microwave popcorn. Okay.
Oh,
Pretty
no.
frightening post here. My setup,
Ugh.
no lights in the basement, lol. So just
Yeah,
kind of
LOL,
curious,
haha.
what kind of guy are you imagining posted this?
Honestly, Tunnel Girl.
Give us one more
no,
click
no.
here. Another post from this guy.
Ah.
Hey guys, I'm curious about
Uh-oh.
morphine. Hey y'all, I guess I had just been wondering about morphine, considering it's the least painful way to die too, and it's administered in Canada by qualified people for serious illness and to put people to rest. Does anyone know
This
how
guy
it's accessible on the
loving
streets?
to use the wrong way of spelling too.
What means do addicts, or I assume whoever needs it, do to obtain a decent amount of morphine? So I feel like that kind of does pair well with his basement setup.
Not good. I don't want to know about this.
One more post from him, if just asking a question about WoW. So he's a WoW player too.
World of Warcraft for the
World of
uninitiated.
Warcraft. Yes. Okay. So there's a lot of genres of just a lot of people posting just really depressing basement setups.
Oh no.
And then this judgy person,
Oh,
yeah,
this is even
active-
worse.
active tab checks out. That's how I imagine the average Facebook user. That's I feel like a little taste of how much Reddit hates Facebook, which is really funny because I don't think this is the average Facebook user personally.
It is a good reminder. Like, you shouldn't do this. You shouldn't be the guy who like. I think you should be allowed to post your battle station in peace without people zooming in pixel by pixel and finding the only like non-clipped corner of your screen in the photo to see like, oh, you're on Facebook. Like, I think there's
Loser.
other things to maybe criticize about the setup than that.
Other than the Facebook usage, yeah. Another crazy setup.
Whoa, this is hell.
So he's got, let's see, he's got a screen on his ceiling. This is all in front of like
A sliding,
glass door. So he's got a screen on his ceiling. He's got one in front of him, and he's got a total of 4, 2 on each side of him. So he's plugged in there. He's got, it looks like 3 PCs across the board here.
Yeah.
So you can imagine the caption he's got is, there are some nice looking BIOS screens, not gonna lie. By the way, don't take this as a flex. Cool emoji. I'm just showcasing my setup like the rest of you guys.
Do you think these
He's
people know
definitely
that
meant this as a flex.
Yeah. I think these people know that you can like run like multiple programs on the same computer.
You
Like,
can
why do you
minimize.
like? He's got like a Photoshop computer set up. Like, there's like one computer set to Photoshop, another one watching YouTube. Like, you can just probably do that on the same computer.
Yeah.
This is fun.
And
Can you
you
imagine
can also
like, your
minimize
spouse?
things
Yeah.
when you're not doing them.
Your spouse would think, like, what? He has
Interesting
VR
what-
glasses.
Interesting that you bring up spouses, because we'll talk about that a little bit later.
Like, how embarrassing, like having like people over and like this is
Oh
in
my
the
gosh.
this is like in the kitchen. It looks like, or
Oh,
something.
yeah.
This
Well,
is
we'll talk
fucked.
about kitchens too, I think. So next post is, GF told me to go to the kitchen, and it's a kitchen setup that I imagine. Can you imagine how insufferable he would have been in what other room he was set up in, that they decided, okay, we're gonna move you to the kitchen and see if that's.
I
not...
don't think I think that this is a dumb guy who thought that like who doesn't have a girlfriend and thought that like a thing that girlfriends say is to go to the kitchen. I think that's what happened here. And so
Okay.
and then he invented a scenario where I'm maliciously complying with my girlfriend's orders to
Okay.
go to the kitchen, and so I brought my
Okay.
computer with me.
So okay,
Women
he worked
always are
backwards
saying,
from-
"Please go to the kitchen."
yes. This was posted. This is 2 hours ago. Just a really dark setup there.
Yeah, this isn't good. I'm going to be doing AeroPress on this guy though.
Yeah, this is another situation
Yeah.
that an AeroPress could improve.
Whoops! I tried to do it inverted and got hot coffee all over your stupid head.
Okay. This is this person's only post. So
What
I
is
just
going
took a
on
screenshot of their
here?
profile just so we could see no posts, no comments, been active since 2020. From the left, 5-year-old laptop with 17.3-inch screen and the monitor above it. Added to, runs on Ubuntu Linux. To the right of that is a 32-inch monitor. Underneath that is a Chromebook. To the right of that, a 49-inch monitor split into 3 screens with the appropriate software. What's going on his screens?
These are people who, yeah, the screens are weird. I don't like
This room is weird. There's like medication out, and it just seems like a real weird room.
These are this is okay. I think a lot of times on this show, I don't know if I've said this before, but like something about this show is, there but for the grace of God go I, a little bit. Like, if a few things were different in my life, I would be on the Battle Station subreddit, or like, I got too into coffee or something.
Mhm.
And like I'm trying to use like put myself in the minds of what's going on here. Like, why is this your home setup? Like oh, you know what? He's also seems to have the same picture of his setup on his middle screen on his 49-inch monitor. That's concerning. And okay, it almost seems like you're pretending to work, right? You're like, this is what work is, and I'm gonna do the most work. I like to pretend I'm working really hard, and I'm gonna put a bunch of screens
We
up.
got CNN up.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's a cosplay element to the battle stations thing. To imagine like I'm
Yeah,
I'm jacking in.
definitely. So I think this one, yes, this is the two genres of minimalism on
I
the
love the
subreddit.
idea of a minimalist battle station because that's just having a laptop.
Yep. So there's lots of posts like this, and then this person also thinks they've got a minimalist setup. So we've got the clean version and the basement version of a minimalist setup.
This is dangerously close to my setup in college, though. I remember putting my monitor on a shoebox. That was the way that I used my PC. I also built a standing desk by just stacking other boxes on the desk to write paper standing up. But I wouldn't.
That's right, folks.
I wouldn't.
He
be
doesn't
posting
put anything in his coffee, and he stands at a desk.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I stood up. Big flex for everybody out there.
Yeah, you weren't proud of it. Okay. Now we're getting into
Oh no.
the divorced section of battle stations. I dubbed
Hold
the
on.
divorce maker.
Yeah. You know, and I'm my brain is activated, and I'm learning and growing, and I'm absorbing information. If I've learned any, you know, I'm looking back through the episode that we've recorded so far, and what I've learned is this photo is very porno. Would you agree? Is this would you describe this as very porno?
Yes, I think, and I'm learning that's my personal aesthetic as well. I'll be
It
going
was like a
in-
bunch of
I'll
like
be-
glowing RGB. There's nothing pornographic about this. It's just apparently if you have like a bunch of colored lights on.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this hurts to look at.
I think we got a couple comments from it. Typical Reddit. That many inches and still a divorce maker. I think we're saying that it's a big monitor. I think.
Okay.
Original poster response. Conversation more went like, you spent more on that computer than you ever have on me. I try to massage the situation by reassuring her that deep inside, I light up like my GPU RGB whenever she triggers my testosteronic FPS, but somehow she failed to swoon. Hashtag blokes without a clue, but a nice GPU. Edit to that comment. Whoa, this one went on a run. My bad. This was very much in jest, gents, not an actual convo, because you gotta build toward that dopey hashtag. And I am not, nor have I ever been married. My battle station moniker is derived purely in the spirit of reactions from the normies, explained here and in the comments.
This is
Person's
exactly the same.
unhinged.
This is exactly the same brain that like posted the I failed. I put sugar in my coffee and just like completely
Yes.
fucking up the riff. And like this is an unfunny guy being like, "Hi everybody. My wife left me." Huh? Huh? And everyone's like, "What are you talking about?"
I don't have a wife.
No, I'm not married. I'm like, okay.
I was like, what?
The fuck?
It is very funny to be like really into your hobby and being like smugly, one day this will get me divorced. It's like, okay, you need to. So you need to change a lot about yourself.
Yeah, you should log off.
Log off.
Oh,
So
no.
this I have a link to the album. I don't know if that's easier, but I also have. So if we want to see in more detail, but if you click through, we can open these up. There's the link if we decide we want to go that route.
What am I looking at here?
We're just looking at our post-divorce setup.
Ah,
So this is 10 years old,
this is
But-
so. This is somebody moved back into their parents' house. What's going on? I think.
possibly. We've got like the bumper to a Subaru on the wall.
Oh my god! Like the grill, just hanging out there.
Sure, yeah, the grill. Just I know the flash is not doing any favors, but why do you, I don't think this would be the most uncomfortable place to live or like deeply embarrassing or anything, but like I don't understand posting it.
Yeah, I guess emotions manifest themselves in different ways here. You're trying to deal with something, and I'm doing is mirroring an anime to 3 screens in my parents' room.
Can you scroll down to the next one?
Oh, whoops. How the fuck do I use this website? Oh, okay. Wait. Oh, I can't.
And then just click to this. Yeah. So keep an eye on that desk because that desk stays around.
Okay.
I
gotta say,
we don't
better
need to
mic
look
than
at
that
it.
other guy.
Yeah.
Wait, I want to see what's going on. What crisis on the games there? Nice. All right. What device is this? Like a PS3?
I think it's an Xbox, and then he's got a PS3 and a PS4 up top
Oh no.
from looking at it
Okay.
earlier.
What
This is
the
my favorite
fuck
part.
is this?
This is my
piece of
absolute
furniture?
favorite part.
This isn't good.
Just dark, right?
This is half a chair, or
Smashed
is
up
this?
to a
This is like a
full
this is like
bed.
a chaise lounge, right?
Just a really ugly one. When you think of one of those, don't you think like which I know how to say, but when you think of those, don't you think like kind of like maybe like floral prints, like
Yeah.
or like velvety, something like classy? You don't think really poofy leather?
Yeah, I don't. I'm getting a picture of the way this guy's living his life here, and it seems to be, he seems to be operating primarily probably from this piece of furniture. Probably,
That's the control room.
yeah. He moves. He gets out of his bed, and then he'll like hit up the hit up the lounge here.
He doesn't
too
even have to
long.
get up. He just rolls into it.
Yeah. Yeah, if your setup is such that you can be rolling into your battle station, you better be
It's cool.
freaking Pee Wee Herman, right? Like you should have some like Rube Goldberg situation that you've devised, not a just like a chair next to your bed that you kind of flop
Yeah.
into.
So
Ah,
on the
okay.
slideshow, we've gone into this a little bit here. A couple just smaller screenshots there. So this is the post-divorce battle room, which
Battle room.
is there any sadder combination of words that could be attached to a sadder room? This is my
This definitely beats
post-divorce
out
battle
baby
room.
shoes for sale. Never worn.
Never used.
Post-divorce battle room. Good God.
Never gamed in. Looking into his post history, this is 7 years ago, last one. I think things have worked
You guys
out for
better
him.
not fucking ever post on Reddit, or Atticus will come for your ass. figure your whole shit out. Oh my God.
So he's one more for now. It all worked out for him. He's got a her set up again.
Oh, this is okay. So this is post divorce.
This is post divorce. Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you found something that what led to the divorce. Okay, he got divorced, but then he found somebody who would.
To build a stupid setup for.
That's
But-
nice. That's
Yeah.
wholesome.
Same horrible desk that he had in the old one.
This
For
does
himself.
appear. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yep.
Um,
Her desk
If
seems
you-
to be sagging in the middle.
her desk
should-
is not very. Neither of them are, but hers in particular is not very well thought out. Just a mismatch of monitors that don't go together.
Oh,
They
there's a-
also have Dance Dance Revolution in their basement.
people who be working out a lot do usually describe it as a workout station.
Yes. For the first time, my fiance will have current gen tech and her computer. I spent the last 3 months making it into her PCMR porn.
And basic context clues here from the subreddit title. I believe PCMR stands for PC Master Race, which I think
Yep.
you gotta not be saying things like that. Don't. It's
That's got to stop being said. Yeah, definitely.
yeah. The two
Um,
big things happening in this comment or in this post that I hate a lot about Redditors is
Everything is porn.
everything is. I hate that so much. To just be like, oh, food porn, and it's
That
like
one's a really bad one.
and like a nice looking burger. Like, come on, don't say
Yeah.
that. Don't be saying this.
Computer
Don't be
porn.
saying my sandwich is very porno. I don't like that.
Because now I can't eat it.
Yeah, and to casually be invoking the master race stuff is also quite off-putting to me. I find
Definitely.
yeah.
But at least he picked. He's no longer in the post-divorce battle room, I would say.
Yeah, so I guess looking up. Change other shit about your life, though. Let's go.
Is that the last? We have another click
That's
through?
it.
Okay. So that was my, there's more sad stuff and more funny stuff on there, but that was my report on what's happening over at battle stations.
I would say, if I had to describe your presentation today, I would say it's very porno.
Thank you. I would say
I want to return to this.
I would kind of say that's more your personal style, but
This is very porno, he says. What does that mean?
indeed, very porno indeed.
Yeah, I hate that. All right. 11 is back, and she is on the desk, and I am trying to spray her with the spray bottle. That's right. All right, get out of here. Thank you for sharing the presentation. I think that the move is to never put RGB on your shit.
Yes.
Well, I don't know. You're an RGB guy.
Am I?
Don't you have RGB?
I have hue lights.
Those are RGB, right?
I don't know if that's. I feel like RGB is like when you whatever. I feel like they're like RGB lights are when you have like the strips and everything is.
Okay.
But
Yeah, there's they RGB lights made their way into like filmmaking too, or like prosumer filmmaking. I don't know how to describe it, and I still can't really. I'm still like basically struggling to find applications for it. I think it's super overused, and it never it rarely looks good. It's my take. RGB.
I think it always looks good. No.
All
I don't think there's a single time that's not looked good.
very porno of you.
Thank you.
All right, folks. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week for the season finale of season 1 of Executive Client Research. I think it's fair to say that that's what we're doing. We can share that. Season 1, episode 10 will be the last episode of the first season of the show. Thanks for being on our journey with us so far. Head over to YouTube, Executive Client Research, so you can see all of these very porno setups that people have, and also see the people who have fucked up their kitchens in the process of making coffee. Thanks for listening. Goodbye. Have a good time.
I want those scams on that lexicon of executive client research. We got some jars and grabs, we got some groups and gaps. It's executive client research.
Please have your cameras turned